Day YouTube. I just got back from Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana yesterday. I was there for 4 days. Some local friends of ours who live here in Colorado, once a year they go out to see an NFL football game on the road. And they've been to a few places. It always looks like fun. And all of these friends, there are 5 of them that I went with. 5 women and myself. And 2 of them have way more knowledge when it comes to football than I do. And what's interesting about this topic is my wife said, go have fun, because she knows all of these people. Some of them very well, like myself. 3 of them kind of so-so. Good people though. Then she said, go have fun. We did it. She said, how about I go? I was like, yeah, come with us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be in New Orleans. I've been there before. And then she changed her mind and said, nope, I don't want to go. I was like, okay. So the point of this is, how many spouses, husbands or wives, feel comfortable with sending their spouse on a road trip for fun with 5 members of the opposite sex? I can tell you that the answer is far few in between, maybe 1% if I had to guess. I don't know percentages, but very low, that is for sure. Now, the fact that I got to go on this trip comes with responsibility, first and foremost from me, to respect, to enjoy, and come back. And that is something that I take very seriously. I've been with my wife, married for 28 years, coming up on 29 soon. And do you think I'm appreciative of the fact that she said go and have fun? And the answer is I'm extremely appreciative, and I also know how to behave. That's very important. I share that with you because, like I said, how many spouses will allow their spouse to go on a road trip with 5 members of the opposite sex? And the answer is far few in between, not many at all. So we went, and now I want to transition into how the trip was. The trip was great. I've been so busy at work, and I'm tired, and it's the end of the season here at home with projects, and I enjoy doing that, but it keeps me very busy. The summer is very busy. With that said, this was a mental relaxation trip for me because I didn't have to think. These girls travel so much, and they know how to plan, and they did such an incredible job. All I had to do was follow them, go with them, enjoy the conversation, have some drinks. We went and saw the New Orleans Saints play against the Denver Broncos. It was an incredible Superdome. It's called the Caesars Superdome. And like I said, all 5 of them are Broncos fans. I cannot stand the Broncos because I grew up in Los Angeles in the 1980s and 90s with the Los Angeles Raiders, who are rivals to the Broncos, and the Los Angeles Rams. But it was a lot of fun. And we visited the French Quarter. We had some drinks, we had some coffee, we had some good Southern food. The French Quarter is very historic. We were there mainly in the daytime, which is nice, because I've been there and I've done that, and I don't need to do it again. But we had a good time. It's very historic, and yes, some areas of the French Quarters stink. I knew it was going to stink. I've been there before, like I said. Some of the interesting conversations that we would have, and sometimes I was involved, and sometimes I was just going with the flow, and they were talking about. Some of it was finances, which I thought was very interesting because that's something that I'm very passionate about. Others were relationships. Others were anxiety, just life. And I've always thought, and maybe you can relate to this, where people will say that guys are different than girls and girls are different than guys. And I can tell you that there are so many similarities between men and women, males and females, that it all boils down to humans. We as humans break it down into categories. Oh, she's just one of the guys, or she thinks like one of the guys, or things like that, comments, or he thinks like one of the girls, or vice versa. But in the end, it all just boils down to we are all people. And we had so many good conversations. Like I said, some of them I was involved, some of them I was listening and processing and thinking, but I would stay in my lane. because I've also realized they're just communicating. And if they wanted advice, I would love to give them advice. I know when to give advice and when not to, because not everything has to be a lecture. And believe me, this trip, 4 days, was not about that. It was about having a good time, and we did. Something for you to think about is in your relationship, I hope that you value the person that you say you love, whether it's your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. And that comes with responsibility and accountability in the sense that, believe me, being married for such a long time like myself, I've made a lot of mistakes. I don't dwell on them. I've made mistakes. But my wife and I have been blessed, beyond blessed in our marriage, where there's trust, there's communication. And sometimes there wasn't communication, and we've improved on that. But it comes with responsibility, your relationship. And I come from a dysfunctional family where my mom was married 3 times and divorced 3 times. And I learned on what not to do. Whether you're married or dating, is respect, love, communicate, and be able to listen. That's part of communication, and adjust as needed. We had a great time. Hopefully you've found something in this topic that can help you. Take care.